if it's something that you consistently do, for instance work, we all got to take a vacation, bruh, because if you working 365 for 80 years, you gonna die, and it's gonna be a terrible death because you never got to really enjoy life.
Lay down my life.
What's going on, YouTube gang? Lay Down My Life Productions here to give you some inspiration on this beautiful Sunday evening, man. Wanted to come to all my entrepreneurs out there, whether it's in party planning, you doing hair, nails, you in the gym working, you a music producer, whatever your grind is. I just wanted to, stop and give you some help along this journey, because I know it can be very discouraging at times, and we all need a little boost. So I'm gonna open this up with a verse here. It's from this 8:28, which says, "And we know that God causes everything to work together for the good of those who love God and are called according to his purpose for them." So the reason why I stated that, or gave you that verse, was because sometimes I think, man, it's too much, can't do this, I ain't got nowhere to stay, ain't nobody listening to me, ain't nobody trying to check me out, don't nobody want to work with me. You gotta realize, man, these tests and these trials, they're building you, they're growing you, they're making you become the person you need to be, so that when you get to your specific destination, you're already prepared for what the future holds. So let's get right into the list, man. 5 tips to stay encouraged and beat the wave. First is, remember the blessings of the day. You got a house, a job, food, friends, family, etc. A lot of times, we get into trying to pursue these careers and turn our likes and things that we're passionate about into our future and our income. We get discouraged because these things ain't happening. We see all these people doing what we want to do. We got people out here, they whipping nice houses, families, eating at these expensive restaurants, taking these nice vacations. We see these things and we want them, but you gotta remember, you blessed, bro. Like, or sis, you may wake up one day and be homeless. You ain't got nothing to eat. You feel me? Your family could all die. It's a dude in the Bible named Job, and one day he literally lost everything. Riches, family, he got sick. Like, imagine you just woke up and everything was gone, bro, including your mental health. Imagine if the sun ain't rise or you ain't have no air in your lungs. You go crazy, you would die. So make sure you take some time before you even hit the ground running and go grind and start hustling, that you just think about the things that God done blessed you with, and just take some time to be thankful. Next point is, remember why you started doing what you're doing. You enjoy creating something from nothing. You love expressing yourself through art. You love helping people get from one goal that they may have to the next. Some people may want to fit a certain body type, so you go in the gym and you help them. You give them a diet plan. You may enjoy setting up events. You go in and create a vision for somebody so that them and their guests can enjoy 2 hours of celebration. Or it may be you making a track. You may go in and say, hey, I got a specific artist in mind. I know they like this type of style, so I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna do it. You go in there and you drop something hot. The feeling that you get from accomplishing those things, you have to never forget that. You have to hold on to it, because when those hard times come, those trials, ain't nobody caring about you, ain't nobody trying to check for you, ain't nobody trying to give you no money. You have to hold on to those things and remember why you started doing what you're doing. The next point I got on the list is, stop trying to be everybody else. Pick certain aspects of someone's workflow that work for you and enhance your approach, but don't just completely change your whole style. This is a big point, man. I feel like a lot of times when you first start and you trying to figure out, how do I do this? What do I do? We got this big resource called the internet. Google, YouTube, pretty much teach you everything you want to know. That's why a lot of people will say, I don't need to go to school for nothing, right? Okay. We get these resources and this information and we say, all right, I'm gonna do what they did. That may be all good and well in the beginning, but you have to develop and become your own personal being. Like, you have to create your own style so that you're not just the same as everybody. You got to create your own brand. So when you start to figure out the ins and outs of what you're doing, the business side and things like that, it's all fine and well to watch somebody else go about their workflow and to see how they go about things, but don't just steal their whole swag. Take the parts that you feel like can help you improve and kind of run with it. Try it. You don't have to use it every single time. Just see if it helps you out, and if it does, make it your own, man. See how you can apply it to your own workflow. I have a good example of this. It's a YouTube page called Internet Money. They proposed a method of gain staging to help you make sure everything is even in your mix, and then go through and kind of mess with the faders so that then you can really have everything set apart. You know, your 808s, your claps, see what needs to be heard, and you can just move forward from there and kind of, you know, make sure everything is where it needs to be, so then you even get more clarity from your mix. I work on Native Instrument Machine, and you can't really gain stage on there like that. You can mess with the volume faders, but I haven't found a way specifically yet to just solely do everything in Machine. So I was like, all right, let me see how I can work this out. So I decided, hey, I'm going to do the gain stage in Machine, then I'm gonna bounce the stems out to Logic, and then I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna hit my faders straight and hit the master on there, and then I'm gonna bounce it out again so that I can get even more clarity from my mix. And it really did help. So yeah, man, just take those techniques that you feel like work for you and kind of implement them for yourself. The next point I got is take breaks from the things you invest your time in. And this is another biggie, man. You gotta take a walk, enjoy nature, spend time with a loved one. And I even wrote down to fast. If y'all don't know what fasting is, that's simply just saying, you know what, I'm just gonna put this down for a second. Most people think, you know, it's a food aspect, and that definitely does help. It cleans out your system, it gives you clarity of mind. So I definitely would suggest that if you haven't tried it before. But you can also implement it when it comes to social media. You can implement it when it comes to, you know, talking to people. Well, not necessarily everybody, but certain people. If it's something that, you know, you consistently do, for instance, work. We all gotta take a vacation, bruh, because if you working 365 for 80 years, you gonna die. And it's gonna be a terrible death because you never got to really enjoy life. It's just not good. So you gotta take time away from these things so that you can just detox and allow yourself to relax and just refresh your mind, kind of get back on your base. Moving on to the next point, find a way to be a solution to a problem. The best way to set yourself apart is becoming a solution that someone needs to get from point A to point Z. And this is my last point, and the reason why I put it last is because you have to do this. All these points kind of wrap into this final one, man. As a entrepreneur, you are supposed to provide a product for people that makes their lives easier. They have a problem. Hey, like I said before, I'm trying to fit this body type and I'm trying to do it in a certain time period. So you say, okay, cool, I got this plan for you. If you stick to it and you run with it for real, then we can get you to where you need to be. As a producer, you got artists out here, they need beats. If they all going acapella for their whole mixtape or album, people are not gonna listen to them because they all saying the same things, most likely, and a lot of times it get boring. They can switch up the flow, but they need something that's gonna captivate them. So we make these hard beats that they can get on for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes if they decide to make a song that long, and we give them an experience. What I like to say is we give them a ride. Sometimes I like to make beats that make you feel like you're going through the entire galaxy, the universe, bruh. Guardians of the Galaxy style.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Then bring it down hard.
Like you for real taking the trip, you know what I mean? And yeah, man, you have to get real creative with your approach. If you are somebody who is saying, hey, I ain't got no placements, well, go create one. Everybody out here trying to chase this money dream and be on BeatStars and try to be the next big producer, and it's like, bruh, you gotta put in your time. Whatever it is that you want to do, it's not gonna come overnight. Stop worrying about the cash flow, man. Get out here and start giving out some beats for free. And I know that word is basically a curse word these days, but yes, I said it. Give it out for free, bruh. Find an artist that you like. They saying stuff that you can really relate to and agree with, and be like, you know what, I'm gonna send them a zip of just some hard beats, bruh. And if they mess with it, they mess with it, cool. So you ain't getting no little $20, so you ain't getting no little $250. It ain't like you can't go to work for a week and get that anyways. The economy booming, so it's most likely you gonna be able to get a job if you got a high school diploma. So cool. Then you can go invest in some more stuff if you budgeting your money correctly, and you can go get it popping, man. Like, I feel it's just we so focus oriented or goal oriented and focused on trying to get to the bread, man. You just gotta slow down and, like I said, remember what you're doing, remember why you love it. You can take some time away from it and be a solution, man. Somebody got a problem that you are the solution to. So find a way to do it. Get creative, get out your comfort zone. And I'm gonna end it with another verse, man. It's Philippians 4:6-7. It says, don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God what you need and thank him for all that he has done. Then you will experience God's peace, which exceeds everything we can understand. His peace will guard your hearts and minds as you live in Christ Jesus. I'm assuming that whoever watched this video, not everybody gonna be, a Christian, or not everybody gonna believe in God or whatnot. But what I'm telling you is, man, it feels so good to say, you know what, I ain't gotta worry about how I'm gonna do this all the time. Believing in Jesus, it allows me to say, you know what, all right, God, I'm listening to your voice. I'm gonna put in the work that I know I need to put in, and I'm gonna leave the rest of it in your hands. Cause the way it work, man, if he don't give you something, that means he got something better. Straight up, and it's a good feeling to know. You ain't gotta stress, you ain't gotta sit there and toss and turn. All you gotta do is be obedient and you'll get to where you need to be. So yeah, man, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope it helps somebody out so that they can beat the discouragement of the patience and the waiting and the not being where somebody else is. And yeah, I hope you can just continue to push on, man. Continue to get closer. Lord knows I want to see y'all successful just like I want to be successful one day. I pray that everybody can achieve their dreams, or at least try, man. Like, it's better to have tried and failed than to not try at all, you feel me? So yeah, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I'm gonna start doing stuff like this more often, man. I got the little tripod so I can get in front of y'all. I'm gonna try to get used to that now. And yeah, man, y'all have a blessed week.